Good evening, this is your resident neighborhood asshole speaking, and today I've decided to do my first ever Football Manager video. Why? Because I had nothing better to do with my wife. And what better team to do it with than Newcastle United, you know, takeover, big money. Everyone on YouTube that does Football Manager content has done this video. So, why not? Newcastle United rebuild. I'm not gonna waste your time, just gonna head straight in. This is gonna be the formation we'll be using. I haven't tried wide center backs yet, so I wanted to. Then we have the more defensive center back in the middle. Otherwise, pretty standard. As for the players currently on the team, most of them will be gone by the time we're back with the transfer update. I'm gonna keep Woodman as a backup goalkeeper. Probably gonna keep Jamal Lewis as a backup left back. Matty Longstaff is someone I look to call and sell for bigger money. Obviously we're keeping Callum Wilson, but he won't be starting. Basically the entire starting 11 will be new, and other than that I'm gonna look to fill the bench with players already on the team. Oh, hold on, I haven't set up my panels. Okay, that's better. Kiwo will probably be our backup right back. For center backs, I don't really want to keep Ourselves, but he's one of the better options, so he's gonna stay. Fabian Schär is a decent player, so I'm gonna keep him. Beyond that, this dude is too swole. This guy is swole. They're also fucking swole, but you know what? He's staying for now. For the midfield, Jeff Hendrick is probably gonna stay as our attacking midfield backup. Longstaff is gonna stay, and where is he? Joe Willock is gonna stay. And then as the second backup striker, I'm not keeping Joelinton, so oops, wrong button. So I think I'm gonna take Santiago Munoz up and have him as a backup, at least in this initial version of the team. Eventually, he's gonna get moved back down if I can fit another backup striker in the budget. And that's about all we're gonna do with the existing Newcastle squad. Hold on. Transfers and contacts, offers to clubs. 50% of value. Yeah, let's get all of these idiots out of the door. None of them is screeching at me, which is interesting. But anyway, I'm gonna see you again at deadline day. See you later. And we are back. Things happened that I was not expecting, in both a good way and in a bad way. Players that I didn't want to sell got sold. Players that I wanted to get rid of didn't. At least I managed to get Joelinton out on loan to Burnley, so and they're paying 40% of his salary, which is a lot less than I was hoping for, but still. Anyway, 500 million pounds were spent, and yeah, let's go through everything that happened. Jamal Musiala is coming in. He's gonna play in the shadow striker role for us. And actually, he has. Dude, the squad is starting to lack depth up front. Fuck. Okay, that might be a problem in the future. But anyway, Jamal Musiala is here. He's gonna play in a shadow striker role for us. 18-year-old from Germany came in for 50 million pounds, 20 million up front, 30 million in over 3 years. Then Gabriel from Arsenal is in to play, and he's got negatives too. Fuck me sideways. Anyway, Gabriel is in from Arsenal for 60 million. Again, 20 up front, 40 over 3 years. He's gonna be one of our 3 center backs. He's gonna play wide center back for us. Then Zaniolo in from Roma. He's gonna play Mezzala. Actually, hold on, do I have his training set up? Yes, I do. Okay. Zaniolo is gonna play Mezzala for us. Ruben Neves in from Wolves. He is going to play the deep line playmaker role. And he's probably gonna be a star player this year. I've made him team captain. I got high expectations for him. Jules Conde in from Sevilla. Another center back. He's gonna play the right side wide center back. And he cost us 70 million. Gabigol in for only 20 million, and he's actually one of the few players on the team that doesn't have a release clause. Actually, wait, he does have a release clause of 53 million, but he is one of the few players that I don't owe any future fees on. And again, he hasn't had the best start of the season. 0 goals, 1 assists, but he is gonna be a star striker, and hopefully he's gonna bag the goals. Rafinha is coming in from Leeds, and since I'm not using wingers, I actually brought him in to play striker, and I am training him to play advanced forward on attack. And he has been pretty good so far this season with 2 goals, 2 assists in 3 matches. He cost us £40 million. Then Dominic Livakovic is in for 10 million from Dynamo Zagreb. He is going to be a starting goalkeeper. Pretty happy with that transfer because it was relatively cheap, £10 million. And here's the one I did not see coming. Alphonso Davies is in from Bayern Munich for a massive pile of cash, £70 million. And yeah, I gave him the number 1 because why the fuck not? But yeah, a chunky bit of cash, and hopefully he does well for us. Amin Guri came in from Nice. He's gonna be our backup striker. Also, no future fees on his transfer, no release clauses. So hopefully, even if other players leave, he's someone we can keep long term. Clement Langley from Barcelona came in for £25 million, and he's going to be our middle center back. I'm paying him a lot of money, £7 million a year. But again, a very solid player. Nordi Mukiele comes in to play right wing back, and that is a transfer I am not very happy with. Oh, and he doesn't think his training's been shit. Fucking idiot, everything's going down, but nah, I'm training fine. But yeah, that's actually not the transfer I'm happy with, because he was not my first choice. Unfortunately, Real Madrid came in and poached my first choice, so I had to settle for Mukiele, and so far I might have made a bad deal. Japhet Tanganga comes in to be a backup center back from Tottenham. He came in for £2 million plus a player exchange, and we're gonna talk in a minute about who the exchanged player was and why it happened that way. Then Corentin Tolisso comes in for £5 million to be a main backup center midfielder. He's another deal I'm happy with. Max Kilman from Wolves, another backup center back. I needed to fill English registration spaces, so that's the role he's filling. And finally, Matias Oliveira from Newcastle, from Getafe, comes in to be a backup left back. those are all the transfers in. About 525 million pounds spent. And as you can see, financial fair play not looking very good. Transfer depth 332 million. So I might get fired, and this rebuild is gonna be buried alongside my hopes and dreams. Anyway, the transfer's out. I already mentioned Joelinton went on loan to Burnley. Mark Gillespie went on loan to Derby. Managed to get rid of John Joe Shelby to Udinese for 2.5 million. Jamal Lewis to Lens for 3.8. Wasel to Brentford for 5.75. And Callum Wilson was the player I exchanged for Japhet Tanganga. And that is not something I wanted to do. So don't screech at me in the comments, if someone even comments on this video. But what happened was I lowered his playing time expectations. He wasn't happy. He started screeching at me. So I punted him in the balls, because unlike a lot of other Football Manager players, I don't bow to pressure from players. You know, if you mouth off at me, you're fucking gone. Others, Sean Longstaff, fucked off to Burnley. Kraft to Villa. Almiron, I managed to get 15 million for him from Wolves. Isaac Hayden to Leeds for 5.25. Bunch of idiots for low amounts of money. And Alain Saint-Maximin to Bayern Munich for 20 million pounds. Which is not a lot of money. It was like a third of his value, but I just wanted to get his salary out. And I did. As far as how the squad is gonna look, I've left the substitutes empty. The assistant manager is gonna do that. But for the starters, we got Livakovic, we got Gabriel, Clement Langley, Conde, Davies, Mukiele, Neves, Zaniolo, Musiala, Rafinha, and Gabigol. And hopefully we finish in the top 4, because without the Champions League money, we're kind of fucked. Anyway, that's it for the transfers, and I will see you all at the end of the season, where we'll hopefully be in Europe. And we're back. The season is over, and it was a mixed bag. As you can see, 3rd place in the league, amazing performance, 8 points off the top, so we were in it. And I'm kind of not happy that we didn't win, but at the same time, we qualified for the Champions League, and that's good enough. In the Cups, however, we got pounded. 5th round by Tottenham in the FA Cup, 4th round by West Ham in the Carabao. Overall, yeah, terrible performance in the Cups. And as you can see in the schedule, let's filter it out. And I broke it. Oh, well. Yeah, FA Cup, we beat Sunderland 6-0. Then we scraped by Blackburn 2-1. And finally, I lost to Tottenham in extra time. In the EFL, beat Hull on penalties, which probably should have told me that it's not gonna go well. Hull were in... Oh, they're in the Championship. I thought they were in League One. Still, a game we should have won comfortably, and just a narrow win on penalties. Then we beat Southampton, and then finally we got trounced by West Ham. In the league, we started off pretty well, beat Everton, beat Tottenham, then this fucking thing happened. 3-4 to Arsenal at home. Then we entered a nice stretch, 3-1 to Leicester, 1-1 to Villa, beat Brighton, beat Watford, destroyed Southampton, lost to Leeds, destroyed Norwich. Then a nice result with Burnley, lost to Wolves, West Ham, beat Palace. Then probably one of our best performances of the season when we beat Chelsea 5-1. But it was overall, that was a very tough stretch of games from mid-November to the end of December. We had United, City, Liverpool, and Tottenham. In those 4 games, we only managed to scrape 1 point against City. But after that, we had a fantastic second half of the season, where we only lost the final game to Liverpool, and we kind of got trounced 2-5. But overall, pretty good results. 6-1 to Wolves, 7-1 to Chelsea. That game was on, holy shit, that game was on Stamford Bridge, and we beat them 7-1. And you might see a name here in my starting lineup that wasn't there at the end of the transfers, at the end of the transfer window, and that is January arrival Timo Werner. Came in from Chelsea, he wasn't getting enough playing time. Brought him in for 40 million, and he kind of sucked. 4 goals, no assists in 17 appearances, and now I'm stuck with his 10 million salary. So yeah, that was a terrible move on my part. I thought it would help us, it didn't. Still, we did get a lot of good performances. Gabigol, 28 goals. He was the second highest goal scorer in the league, 26 league goals. And Rafinha had the second highest average rating and the first most assists. And tied second for player of the match. So he had a fantastic season. But because of that, we now have a problem where he is wanted by a bunch of clubs. He doesn't want to sign a new contract, and he does have a release clause. So that is gonna be a problem. Because he had 19 goals, 21 assists, fantastic season. Jamal Musiala, 20 goals, 9 assists in 41 matches. He also was amazing. And both him and Gabigol are wanted, so I'm gonna try to resign them. Hopefully remove the release clauses from their contracts. Zaniolo had a decent season, 7 goals, 12 assists. Happy with him. Our center backs were pretty good. 9 goals from Conde, 7 goals, 6 assists from Gabriel. Corentin Tolisso had a lot of games, mostly off the bench, but he played 37 matches. He had 6 goals, and he scored 4 goals against Everton in what was a fantastic match. Give it a second to load. We were down 3-0 at. No, we were down 3-1 at halftime. We won 4-3. Spectacular performance, but Tolisso scoring all 4 goals. And another good performance, Ruben Neves, 11 assists. We spread the goals around pretty well. But yeah, now comes the hard part. We have a lot of players that are wanted, a lot of players that have release clauses and are wanted. So that is something I will have to deal with. And hopefully we don't lose too many players. And hopefully we can replace the ones we lose. Anyway, that was it for the first season. I'm gonna call the 3rd place a success. And I will see you on the 31st of August. And we are back. It's been about a day since I recorded the last segment of this video, and we have been busy on the transfer market. Now, before the season rolled over, we had 145 million worth of transfers in, and there were big ones. Jude Bellingham, 75 million out of Dortmund, and he's fucking amazing. He's gonna play Mezawa for us. And Pedri, 70 million out of Barcelona. But as you can see, he's already injured, but it's not a big injury. He should be back in the squad within a game or two. Now, we didn't spend all the transfer budget. There's still 133 million left. And the reason I didn't spend it is because of the balance. I didn't want to go into negatives, so for now that's all the spending we're gonna do. In January, if there's money in the bank, we'll see what we're gonna do with it. Now, after the season rolled over, we had a few more deals. Danilo came in from Juventus to be a right back. Also, Dani Carvajal and Kieran Trippier are also gonna play right backs for us, because it was a major weakness last season. So I brought in all three of them, hoping to fix that. Other than them, Thiago Almada is in. He's gonna be a backup attacking anything, honestly, because he can play everywhere in the attacking midfield. Team Crew is in to be a backup goalkeeper, and honestly the main reason he's here is because he's homegrown. Because I needed homegrown players for the Champions League. And this guy, I can't pronounce his name, but he's here to be a backup left back. Came in on a free after getting released by Arsenal. And finally another free transfer, Lingardinho. Again another squad player in the front line. So for this next season, this is how our squad is gonna look. We got our goalkeepers, Livakovic, Tim Krul and Freddie Woodman. On defense, we got Gabriel, Tanganga, Jules Conde, and Clement Langley. Then there's our trio of right backs, Trippier, Carvajal, and Danilo. Alphonso Davies and unpronounceable guy are gonna be our left backs. Then we got Tuliso, Bellingham, Neves, Willock, Almada, Lingardinho, Musiala, Pedri, Gabigol, Rafinha, and Amin Guri. And as you can already see from the games we've played before deadline day, Gabigol has been on fire. Like, the dude is a monster. Tactically, we've changed things around, because I think the wide center backs were a huge mistake. So we will be going with the classic 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, however you want to call it. Gegenpress. Oh, I forgot to mention, our transfer's out. My huge winter mistake, Timo Werner, is off to Madrid. Fuck him, I hope the door hits him on the way out. Ryan Fraser, I managed to get good money from him, from West Ham, 17.5 million. Nordi Mukiele, who was one of our worst players last year, is off to Napoli for 9 million. Other than that, I managed to get rid of Joelinton, and that's about all of it. So I won't be walking in any players in positions this year except our goalkeeper. I'm gonna let my assistant manager handle the rotation. And until then, I'm just gonna simulate 1st of January and then until the end of the season, which is when I will see you again for the next part of this video. And welcome back to Newcastle United. And we have qualified for the UEFA Champions League final, where we'll be playing Manchester United. The game is today, and we're actually gonna play it. As you can see, Man United, opposition manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. previous meetings, we've won 3 of the last 5. We lost the last one. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. However, getting to a Champions League final is not the only thing we achieved this season. Because we've won the domestic treble. Yeah, that happened. In the Carabao Cup, actually we're gonna get to the individual results in a minute. We won the Premier League, 6 points ahead of Liverpool. Manchester City had another stinker. Terrible season for them, and that's second bad season in a row. Actually, no, last season they finished 5th. This season they finished 8th, and they continue their slide. We, however, are first with a goal difference of 65, 99 goals for, 34 against, 90 points. We won 29 games, we drew 3 against Man City, Leicester and Leeds, and we lost 6. Sheffield United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Fulham, Man United and Brentford. Which 3 of those are honestly, I consider them to be a failure. Sheffield, Fulham and Brentford are games we should have won. But still, it's an amazing achievement. In our second season, we've won the league. And let's take a look at some award winners. Our guy, hold on, that's Player of the Month. Golden Glove, De Gea, Alisson, Ruiz. Footballer of the Year is actually our centre back, Gabriel. Goal of the season goes to Gabigol. He also takes the Golden Boot with 26 goals, which is actually, oh, it's the exact number he had last season. Manager of the Year goes to my assistant, because since I've been simming everything and he's been doing all the work, he gets Manager of the Season. So congratulations to Ricardo Carvalho for taking credit for my work. Fuck you, Ricardo. Player of the Year goes to Gabriel. In the Team of the Year, we got Conde, Gabriel, Bellingham, Neves, Rafinha and Gabigol. Young Player of the Year goes to Alphonso Davies, who somehow won the Young Player of the Year but didn't make the Team of the Year. So let's take a look at the schedule. We opened the season with a 6-5 win against Liverpool, like 11 goals, imagine that match. Hat-trick by Gabigol, Pedri, Bellingham and Gabriel, who Gabriel scored for both teams. Then we went on a nice winning streak, Everton, Chelsea, Tottenham, Leicester, Wolves. Then was the loss to Brentford, extremely disappointing, but actually looking at the squad, we played a lot of our best players, so I have no idea why we lost that match. Then we bounced back with a win at Watford, we beat Villa, we draw with Leeds, then we beat Norwich, 2 losses in a row, United and Fulham. There are a couple of the reserves playing against Fulham, but it's mostly a starting 11 again that lost the game. Then we have Arsenal, Southampton, West Ham, Bournemouth, Sheffield, Man City and Liverpool, all wins before we get another loss, this time to Tottenham. Then we destroy Watford, Wolves, Norwich, Villa, Leeds, Everton, United. Then comes the loss to Arsenal, but we took our revenge later in the FA Cup. Then West Ham, Fulham, Brentford, draw with Leicester. Then we beat Bournemouth 7-1, we beat Chelsea. We lose to Sheffield United, disappointing. We beat Southampton and finally we draw with City. In the FA Cup, we open up against Wimbledon. Not a very convincing, but a 3-0 win. A red card to Thiago Almada. We beat Fleetwood 6-1, Swansea 8-0, Peterborough 4-1, United 2-1, 2-0, and then finally Arsenal 4-2. With a missed penalty by Gabby Go. Then we're on to the EFL Cup. We beat Sunderland, big rivals Sunderland. We beat them 5-0. 4-0 to West Ham. 4-3 with Brentford. Like, Brentford have been a pain in our ass this year. Then we beat Arsenal in the semi and Wolves in the final. And now we're on to the Champions League, which we'll be playing in a minute. We were in the group with Sevilla, Leipzig and Milan. We lost our away game at Milan, won everything else. Then 2 wins against Dortmund, 2-0, 3-1. Then in the quarterfinals, 1-1 draw with Atletico Madrid at, I have no idea what their stadium is called, but at the Wanda Metropolitano, 1-1 draw. And then at St. James's Park, we beat them 1-0. Then came the semi-final, Liverpool, 3-2 win at home, 1-1 draw away. And so we made it to the final against Man United. As for our squad, I've already put together the team that's gonna play in the final. But before we look at some stats, while the game was simulating, I saw something interesting. Gabriel won the UEFA Men's Player of the Year. He won the Football Idols Player of the Year, the PFA Player of the Year. Yeah, he scored a lot of corners, so he did pretty well. But yeah, let's look at the goals. Gabby Go was our top scorer, 51 goals, 11 assists. Gabriel had 23 goals, all from set pieces, 1 assist. Amin Guri had a fantastic season for someone who didn't start a lot of games, 18 goals, 2 assists. Thiago Almada played a lot more games than I thought he would, mostly due to injuries. 15 goals, 12 assists. Ruben Neves was there with 12 goals, 7 assists. So was Musiala, 11 and 7. Pedri had a fantastic year, 10 goals, 16 assists. Rafinha didn't score as many goals as he did last year, but he had 39 assists. Most of them from corners to Gabriel. Then Conde had 8 goals, 3 assists. Bellingham had 13 assists and 7 goals. Lingardinho also had a good season, 7 goals, 8 assists. Oh, and a name that wasn't here when we did our transfer update, Joe Gomez. I sold Clement Langley in January and brought in Joe Gomez. And a couple of other names that weren't here before. Tsimikas and Mateo Kovacic, who arrived on loan in January due to injuries. Alphonso Davies had a 4-week injury in January, so I brought Tsimikas in. And Kovacic came in because, well, there were a couple of bans, there were a couple of injuries in our center midfield. It's actually why Almada played as many games. We simply couldn't keep, we didn't have enough center midfielders. So Kovacic came in, and that's about it. A couple of new contracts have been signed, but that doesn't matter because if we win this match, it's all over. So let's get to it. Bellingham is tired, but he's gonna play anyway. have no idea if demand more works this year in Football Manager, but I'm gonna give it a go. It used to be the magic button before. Musiala. Running to the defense, Rafinha. Jude Bellingham. Rafinha. Oh, what a goal by Pedri. Fantastic. Just look at that. Beautiful. So, demand more might have worked. Looks like United are focusing their attack. I was gonna say to the Newell, but now they're going to the middle. And now it's all even. They seem to be avoiding Alphonso Davies, which is weird because Danilo is much better tactically. I'm tempted to bring in what's his face? Jesse Lingard. I kind of wish I still had Joelinton so I can play him in the Champions League final. What are United doing? They're not looking very stable. Oof. Almost by Gabigol. And now United on the counter. Bruno gives it away to Joe Gomez. What happened here, I have no idea. But De Gea has the ball. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sweating a bit right now. Come on boys, one more goal. Let's put it away. Gabigol! Fuck yes. There we go. Ooh. Fuck you. I hate VAR. I hate it. Who's tired? Who can replace? I'm honestly scared to make changes right now. Because like, we got our best players on the field. And so anyone I bring in is gonna be a downgrade. Coach, he can't pass. I didn't actually look at his stats before I brought him in. He's kinda trash. And this skin is being a pain in my ass. Keeps changing my panels all the time and I have no idea how to fix it. Like everything is plans. Fuck your plans, I don't care about your plans. I'm gonna download a new skin. This one's just annoying. Everyone's tired though. You know what? Let's go for it. We're gonna put in another shout of demand more. You dumbass. My grandmother would have scored that. Yeah, that just happened. We've won the Champions League. Newcastle United. Champions League winners. Like, I don't know if United are considered a rival. Still, amazing performance, amazing win. And I think this celebration screen is gonna be the end of this rebuild, because there's nothing more we can achieve here. It's been interesting, and I don't know if I'll ever do another rebuild, because one, I can't beat that, and two, it takes a lot of time to simulate through this season. Like, it's taking me like 7-8 hours per season to do everything. But yeah, that's it for the Newcastle United rebuild. But actually, before we go, this is the screen I want to end it on. No, show me the cup over there. God damn it. There we go. Winner, winner, winner. Premier League champions.